केवल भक्ति सद्मा श्री गुरु যাহার প্রসাদে ভাই হে বাবা তোরিয়া যায় যাহার প্রসাদে হে বাবা তোরিয়া যায় কৃষ্ণ প্রাপ্তি হয় যাহা পথে কৃষ্ণ প্রাপ্তি কৃষ্ণ প্রাপ্তি হয় যাহা পথে কৃষ্ণ প্রাপ্তি হয় গুরুমুখ পদ্ম বাক্য চিতেতে করিব 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 হরে না করি মনে আশা হরে না করি মনে আশা শ্রী গুরু চরণে রতি সে উত্তম গতি শ্রী গুরু চরণে রতি সে উত্তম গতি শ্রী গুরু চরণে রতি সে উত্তম গতি যে প্রসাদে পুরে সর্ব আশা শ্রী প্রসাদে পুরে সর্ব আশা चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान निधि प्रकाशित দিব্য জ্ঞান নিধি প্রকাশিত প্রেম ভক্তি যাহা হইতে বিদ বিনাশ যাতে প্রেম ভক্তি যাহা হইতে প্রেম ভক্তি যাহা হইতে অবিদ বিনাশ যাতে বেদে গায় যাহার চরিত বেদে গায় যাহার চরিত শ্রী গুরু করুণা সিন্ধু অধম জনয় বন্ধু শ্রী গুরু করুণা সিন্ধু অধম জনয় বন্ধু Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Janara Bandhu Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Janara Bandhu Lokanath Lokira Jivana Lokanath Lokira Jivana महाप्रभु करो दया दे हमरे पद छाया हमरे पद छाया महाप्रभु करो दया दे हमरे पद छाया एवे राजु त्रिभुवना एवे राजु त्रिभुवना जय प्रभुपदा 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 जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा 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 जय प्रभुपदा जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद कृष्ण पदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने कृष्णपदाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी इति सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी भाषता देशतानिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी भाषता देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Avatam samastita udasundarangam. ಇದು ಅಂದ ಸಹಿತ ತಲೆಬೇಕು, ಅದ ಸಹಿತ
Is coming horizontal. Yep. After this side. Chiram Jayanti Ananda Chinmaya Sadhu Jwala Vigrahasya Govinda Adipurusha Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Adipurusha Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Adipurusha Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Adipurusha Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Adipurusha श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। कि जयो जयो गौरचंद्रे आराधिक शोभा जानावी तटवाने जगमानलोभा Tibadaki nenitajan Bame gadadara निकटे अद्वैत श्रेणी वास चक्रधारा Bhushi Ache Gaurachan Ratna Simhasane Arati Gorena Brahma Adi Devagane Kibanara Hari Adi Gori Chamara Dulaya Sanjaya Mukunda Vasu Gosha Adigaya Kiba Baje Ganta Baje Baje Kartala Baje Ganta Baje Baje Kartala Madhura Mridanga Baje Paramarasala Shankha Baje Ghanta Baje Madhur Madhura Madhura Baje Shankha Baje Ghanta Baje Madhur Madhura Madhura Baje Madhura 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 Baje Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Kiba Bahu Koti Chandra Jini Vadana Ujjwala বাংলাদেশে বানমালা করে জালমালা কিবা শিবা শুক নারদা প্রেমে গাড়া গাড়া Bhagati Vinoda Deke Dorara Sampada Kiba Jayo Jayo Gaura Chande Aradhiko Shobha Janavi Tatavani Jagamanaloba Gaurange Aradhiko Shobha Jagajana Manaloba Gaurange Aradhiko Shobha Jagajana Manaloba Jagajana Manaloba Jagajana Manaloba Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Radha Shyam Sundar Radha Shyam Sundar Shri Radhe Jaya Radha Shyam Sundar Radha Shyam Sundar Shri Radhe Jaya Gaura Hari Jaya Nara Hari Jaya Gaura Hari Jaya Nara Hari Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल श्री श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर से भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर से भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर गोस्वामी महाराज शिला प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की नामाचार्य शिला हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद की राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की मथुरा धाम की वृंदावन धाम की नवद्वीप धाम की जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की द्वारिका धाम की गंगा मैया की यमुना मैया की भक्ति देवी की तुलसी देवी की समवेत भक्त वृंद की गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami iti namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Vachana Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai. Singing the Narsimha. Okay, I will say.
You want to choose someone?
I'll select any.
Come. Let's sing Narsimharti. Come. You can also sit here, okay? What did you want to?
You have to sing, okay? Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Radha Radha Dahine. Radha Dahine. Hiranyakashi Purakshaha. Hiranyakashi Purakshaha. Shilatanka Nakhalaye. Shilatanka Nakhalaye. Ye to Narsimha, para to Narsimha. Ye to Narsimha, para to Narsimha. Ye to yami tatu Narsimha. Ye to yami tatu Narsimha. Bahe Narsimha, Hriday Narsimha. Bahe Narsimha, Hriday Narsimha. Namadam Shrayanam Tapade. Savakara Kamalavare. Nakha Adbhuta Shinga. Dalita Hiranyakashipu. Tanubringa. Keshavadita Karnariruka. Jai Jagadish Hare. And Jai Jagadish Hare. Jai Jagadish Hare. Savakara Kamalavare. अद्भुत श्रृंगार दालिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृंगा केशवदीता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय 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 प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद हरे प्रभुपाद नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय प्रहलाद महाराज की जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय Yes. नरसिम्हा देव की जय Yes.
हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम रामा हरे हरे. As you can see, today is a special day. So before we start our usual program, I just wanted to know, what do you see special in our deities today? Holy.
Look holy.
What's special about it?
I don't know.
Do you know about this holy?
I think it's called Latmar Holy.
What is Latmar Holy?
Like Radha and her friends chase Krishna around with sticks.
Yes, that's right. Have anyone experienced this or observed this festival in Vrindavan? We should do it, Mataji, here. All Prabhujis with this and Matajis with the lat. Yes. That's, we're following Krishna's playful pastimes, right? I love that our deities, bring that mood, and thank you to Mataji. She puts a lot of effort. Give one big Haribol to Mataji. Haribol. Whether it's a kite festival, whether it's Holi, the Latmar Holi, anything, I think Mataji brings those festivals to life. So that's really good, and we are very grateful for that. My name is Gatika. I am the mic coordinator for today. Before we get into anything, is there anyone new for the first time? No? Okay. It's really good to see so many of us here, especially today, and it's good to have you back, Mataji. Lovely to see you again. Okay, so let's proceed. We have the Bhagavad Gita recitation, but we do not have a reciter here today. It's Manha's turn. So I intentionally did not freak out, and I wanted to put it in front of everybody who is volunteering. Abhiraj? Okay, come.
येषां त्वन्तगतं पापं जन्मनां पुण्यकर्मणां ते द्वन्द्वमोहनिर्मुक्ता भजन्ते मां धृताव्रता येषां त्वन्तगतं पापं जन्मनां पुण्यकर्मणां te dvandva mohanirmukta bhajante mam dridavrata. Yesham tvantugatam papam janmanam punyakarmanam te dvandva mohanirmukta bhajante mam dridavrata. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Persons who have acted piously in previous lives and in this life, whose sinful actions are completely eradicated and who are freed from the duality of delusion, engage themselves in my service with determination. People who do good things, they engage in Krishna's devotional service. But people who don't do good things, they probably don't engage in devotional service.
Thank you. And a big Haribol for without preparation. He didn't know that he will be called upon. So another big Haribol to Abhiraj. Haribol. So before we move on to the next segment of our program, I would like to share something from Srila Prabhupada's teaching. Srila Prabhupada specially wanted people to feel welcome in the Sunday programs. He would say, just come, chant, hear, and take prasadam. He did not make it complicated. He knew people are busy, minds are distracted, and life is full of pressure. So he gave something simple and joyful, like how all of us come here every Sunday, recharge ourselves, and be ready to conquer what the life has to offer between Monday to Saturday. He would often say that even a little time spent hearing about Krishna is never wasted. Even one sincere chant, even one visit to the temple, even one plate of prasadam taken with appreciation, it all has a spiritual value. So I really thank you, and I feel grateful that I could have this association with all of you every Sunday. So if this is your first Sunday feast, which I don't think we have any new devotee, or you have been coming here for months and years, just relax and be present. We have next segment where we are going to do a mantra meditation, one round of japa. And if you have the japa beads, please take this out and just be in the mode of Srila Prabhupada's with holy celebration. So if you don't have the japa bag, Kavya Mataji is going to give you. And we need a volunteer to lead for today. I've been doing Mataji like a gari. Huh? Deepa Mataji will do it. Ready? Everyone has the. Yeah, let's go, Mataji.
जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तविंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Shri Krishna Mahamantra ki Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Let's just give a big Hari Bol. I feel so happy to look at the deities, Mataji. I am just like all over the place. So can we just say 3 more Hari Bols before we go further? Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. I'm also happy, Mataji, because my dupatta matches with Radharani. Okay, so at this stage, we are going to go to the next segment of our program, which is our lecture from today, and Sunday school children could go to the next room.
Their backdrop matches you.
I know, Prabhuji, I'm mesmerized. So today's speaker is Kashyap Muni Prabhuji. Prabhuji connected to Krishna consciousness, have been connected to Krishna consciousness since 2003, received Harinam Diksha in 2006 and served ISKCON Toronto Temple and ISKCON Brampton, conducted Bhakti Viksha in Brampton, went to Saskatchewan in 2009 and started ISKCON Center in Saskatchewan and served for many years. Started Rath Yatra in Saskatchewan and continue to help even now. Started center in Oakville and continuing to serve. By profession, he is an engineer working as a project control manager in consulting for mining infrastructure, etc. Let's give our speaker a big Hari Bol. Hari Bol!
Hare Krishna. Can everybody hear me? So we'll sing Jai Radha Madhav. No, it's not staying, so I said okay. Jaya Jaya Radha Madhav Kunj Bihari Gopijana Vallabh Girivardhari. Jaya Radha Madhav Kunj Bihari Gopijana Vallabh Girivardhari. Yashoda Nandana Rajjana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Rajjana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari. Yamuna Tiravanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunj Bihari Gopijana Vallabh Girivardhari. Yashoda Nandana Rajjana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद श्रील प्रभुपाद की Hare Krishna. So, we will do a lot of pranam mantras we have to do today because we will be reading from Bhagavatam as well as from Chaitanya Charitamrita and many other things. So, okay, I'm going to put this on the screen. Om Ajnanam Timirandasya Gnanam Jana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utpatakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagan Raghunathavitam Tam Sajivam Sadvetam Savadutam Parijan Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagan Lalita Shri Vishakhavitam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण. So, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashtaprayashu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripatam Aham Vande Shri Gurum Dinataranam Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद. Thank you so much. So, in the last 1 week, one Prabhupada soldier, he left his body and went back to serving his spiritual master Srila Prabhupada in the spiritual world, and his name was His Holiness Badrinath Swami Maharaj. He's he's from North America and very loved by all other Prabhupada disciples. Actually, Maharaj Bhaktivinoda Swami has written even a poem in his honor. I'm not going to read that one, but as it's the custom, when a Vaishnava departs, we sing one song. So we are going to sing that particular song, okay? Maybe can I have Kartal, please? I don't know if you want. I mean, this is more a separation song, so we don't have to play mridang. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. It's called Jay Anilo Pramadana, and it was written by Narottam Das Thakur. And it was written specifically when his Shiksha Guru, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and everybody left. And there is a whole story, but I don't want to go into that. But he was very, very sad. He wanted to commit, suicide. That much he was depressed when everybody left. So he wrote this particular song. Okay. Please repeat after me. I'm sorry. Je anilo prema dana karuna prachur. Karuna prachur. Heno Prabhu kotha gela Acharya Thakur. Acharya Thakur. Je anilo prema dana karuna prachur. कहाँ मोरा स्वरूप रूपा कहाँ सनातन कहाँ सनातन कहाँ दास रघुनाथ पतित पावन दास रघुनाथ पतित पावन कहाँ मोरा भट्ट जुग कहाँ कविराज मोरा भट्ट जुग कहाँ कविराज एक काल कोथा गेला गोरा नटराज कोथा गेला गोरा नटराज पाषाणी कुटीबो माथा Anale pasibo kutibo matha Anale pasibo Gauranga gunera nidhi kotha gele pabo Gauranga gunera nidhi kotha gele pabo Se sab sangira sange je koilo bilas je koilo bilas Se sanga na paiba kande narottama das narottama das je anilo prema dhan koruna prachur Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So happy Holi. It's Tuesday, the Holi is, and this is in advance. We are having some Holi here. So thank you everyone for coming out today and by default paying attention. So, okay, we are, sorry, okay, I'm going to again present. Okay. So today we are going to talk about Lord Sri Chaitanya. Just for my reference, are the letters big enough for the benches to read, or you can read? Okay. Sometimes I feel like when things are too tiny, then it just doesn't make sense. So there is a few things that I wanted to talk about today. The first is I wanted to talk about, I know that everybody knows here, who is Lord Chaitanya? That's Krishna in the mood of Radharani. Okay. So that is that. The thing is that like not many people in the world would accept or agree with, that, you are saying that Lord Chaitanya is Krishna, but like there is like, what is the proof of that? And like, I mean, you can say, so we are going to, so we have seen that many people call themselves as the avatars of, like Krishna, Vishnu, Shiva, whoever, like, I mean, they will say that they declare themselves like, Rajneesh, he said, oh, I am Bhagavan. And then he said, I'm Bhagavan Rajneesh. So like that, like, I mean, there are many, I'm not picking on one, but there are many people in India specifically who claim that they are the avatars. At that time, we need to ask a question that like, okay, where is it in the other scriptures that it is mentioned that you are the God? And what are the characteristics of God, and why you call yourself God when you cannot do anything, or like we should raise those questions too. These are legitimate concerns, because we just cannot accept anybody and everybody as God. So just for, like, I mean, I'm sure everybody here agrees that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than Krishna himself, but I'm just going to very quickly look at the revelations in the Shastric revelations. How is it established in the scriptures that he is or he was the incarnation of, he was the Krishna in the mood of Radharani. So first one is from Srimad Bhagavatam, which is which makes me very surprised when I first heard about it. I said, well, how come nobody read this? And already knew that, oh, Sachi Mataji is going to give birth to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and that is going to be Krishna, none other than Krishna. But that's how the whole thing is. This verse is very clearly saying Krishna Varnam Tvisha Krishnam Sango Pangastra Prasadam Yagne Sankirtana Prayer Yajanti Hi Su Medasha. So what is the translation? In the age of Kali, intelligent persons perform congregational chanting to worship the incarnation of Godhead, who constantly sings the names of Krishna. Although his complexion is not blackish, he is Krishna himself. He is accompanied by his associates, servants, weapons, and confidential companions. And it's clearly mentioned here, and it was there in Bhagavatam from the beginning, right? So it's not that ISKCON or the Gaudiya Sampradaya has basically changed the Bhagavatam verse that, okay, let's add a verse here and there. It is there from the beginning, right? So it's clearly saying, it says Krishna Varnam Tvisha Akrashnam. So his color is not going to be blackish, but Akrashnam. It's not blackish, but it is going to be golden. And he is going to inaugurate the moment of Sankirtan. What is Sankirtan? Sankirtan is the Yuga Dharma. What does Yuga Dharma mean? Dharma for the particular Yuga. So for Kali Yuga, what is Dharma? Is Sankirtan. We have to do Sankirtan. So this is proven. Then the next one is from Mahabharata. This is another surprise. So in Vishnu Sahasranam section, this verse is mentioned. Suvarna Varno Hemango Varangasa Chandana Gadi Shanyas Sanyasha Kricha Chamaha Santo Nishta Shanti Parayanaha. So translation is, he whose complexion is golden, whose limbs are golden, who possesses a most beautiful form, who is adorned with sandalwood paste, who will accept the renounced order of life, who is peaceful and self-controlled, who is firmly fixed in spiritual steadiness and dedicated to peace. So this is part of the same context, that this is someone who is going to come in this. And last but not the least, there are many other scriptural references, but this one is from the Bhavishya Purana. And here Anup Prabhu knows about Bhavishya Purana more than anybody else here probably. So the third one is from Bhavishya Purana. It is mentioned here, Kalo Prathama Sandhyayam Gaurango Aham Mahitale Bhagirathi Tate Ramya Bhavishyami Shachi Sutaha. Complete detail. What does it mean? In the first part of Kali Yuga, Kalo Pratham Sandhyayam, I shall appear on earth as Gaura, Gaurango Mahitale, Aham Mahitale, Bhagirathi Tate. Bhagirathi means on the banks of Bhagirathi or Ganges, as the son of Bhavishyami Sachi Sutaha, as a son of Sachi Mataji. What was the name of the parents of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Mataji. Our god brother and sister in Burlington is also Jagannath Mishra Prabhu and Sachi Mataji. Okay. So this basically tells us that he is Krishna himself, and he has come into this world for different reasons. What are the principal internal and external reasons for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance? Anybody? Internal or external first? Just one. I know there is multiple reasons. Sorry? Sankirtan. Yes, that's true. So to Sankirtan, yes, to basically to give love of Godhead, just to distribute the love of Godhead to everybody freely. So that was the first reason. I mean, that's the external reason why he came. And what's the internal reason? Anybody?
Krishna wanted to taste the mood of Radha.
Yes. So when, whenever Krishna would, just see Radharani, and he felt that she is actually just experiencing much more ecstasy and much more love than I do. Basically, he wanted to know what does it feel like to appreciate my qualities, his own qualities. Now there is Vishaya Vastu, and there is, there is subject, and then there is, yeah. So someone who is going to admire. So now the person who is being admired cannot understand what bliss the person who is admiring you is going to feel. So he says, I need to do something about this. So he decided to go and says, I'm going to come as Radharani, and I am going to experience the love of what does it feel for Radharani when she expresses her love. And we all know how Radharani has, it's not just all pleasure in our understanding, like we feel that like, oh, it's like like very very pleasant basically. But when we think about it, how Radharani was crying in separation of Krishna, and that was also the most blissful part of her her uh, emotions. Then we get little bit confused that like how is that possible, like somebody who is in separation crying, and we say that like she is experiencing the most highest ecstasy that anybody can ever feel. So that is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was also wanting to experience, and that's why he came as uh, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay. So who is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? So this is established in, like, I'm not going to go too much into the detail, but this particular verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila 4.98 is explaining like who Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is. Radha Krishna Aiche Sada Ekahi Swarup Leela Ras Aswadite Dhare Dui Roop. So thus Radha and Lord Krishna are one, yet they have taken two forms to enjoy the mellows of past. So why did Krishna expand into, his internal energy, Radharani? Is to Leela Ras Aswadite. That means because alone you can't really experience the taste of Leela. You can't perform Leela all by yourself. You need someone else to perform the Leela. So, and that is why he Dhare Dui Roop. He took the form of Srimati Radharani. And in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he appeared as a combination of Radha and Krishna. He came as both. Okay. Any questions or comments so far? Is it clear? All good? Okay. We are going to talk about the first love letter in the history of the this world that was written, and that was written by Rukmani Devi. So this is in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, and in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Rukmani, who was born to, does anybody know the name of the father of Rukmani Devi? No? Bhishmaka. So the king's name, father's name was Bhishmaka. And what was his brother's name? That everybody will know. See, he's a bad guy, and still everybody remembers that person's name, right? So anyway, it's a nature, human nature that. And besides, we have all seen Mahabharata by B.R. Chopra and whoever else, and we all have seen all these things. So Rukmani, who was born to Bhishmaka, I think his king's name. I hope I'm not making a mistake, but that's the name. So when she appeared as the princess. And does anyone know the place's name? The kingdom of Vidarbha. So she was born there, and she was having a brother who is Rukmi, and from initially, they had animosity towards Krishna. They didn't like Krishna, but the king liked it. King was okay, but the brother was not in the mood of having, Krishna was not his favorite person. Basically, he was associated with the other kings. Can anybody name any other kings? Shishupal was, yes. Shishupal was the prince basically, and his father's name I don't know. So Salva, I think King Salva, King Salva. And there was the other king who fought Krishna many times. Jarasandh. So Jarasandh. Does anyone know how many times Krishna defeated him? 17 times. And the 18th time he ran away. And that is why he is known as Ranchod. Yes. So all those kings were in tandem with the Shishupal and Rukmi and everybody. And everybody was in opposition of Krishna. And they wanted that Rukmani should get married to Shishupal. So that is why. And Rukmani had heard so many good things about Krishna that she had decided that she is going to marry Krishna only. And this is the verse where this is what she wrote to Krishna and sent the Brahmana to Krishna, so that Krishna can get the intimation that there is somebody waiting for her. So I don't know how many of you are in favor of love marriage. Raise your hands.
You could have asked how many of you did the love marriage.
Now the question is going to come that when your daughter grows up and then she asks for that's when the question is going to come, right? So so I don't know, do you think that love marriages work? I know some of them are managing, but I'll say what's better, love that happens after the marriage, like arranged love, or marrying before the love before the marriage? There is no option afterwards, right? Yeah. No, kids are arguing nowadays that they say that how can anyone get married to someone by just meeting him for half an hour or something like that? I said, it's sometimes it's a matter of no other choice. That's that's besides but if for a marriage to sustain, what you need is compromise throughout your life, and that's the only way the marriage is going to sustain. There is no other way that marriage can sustain. So even if you have love, and if you have known a person for, does it really make a big difference knowing someone for say an year or two, or meeting someone for maybe half an hour, or maybe a couple of times or 2-3 times before getting married? I don't know, it's probably you feel that it's like a known devil versus unknown, it's all just basically in the end it is all depends on how much you can manage the relationship basically. Otherwise it's nothing is good and nothing is bad. It's all your destiny. Okay, so let's read what Rukmini is saying. Rukmini is saying, I'm not going to read the Sanskrit. She said in her letter, as read by the Brahmana, she said, O beauty of the worlds. She is addressing Krishna. Having heard of your qualities, which enter the ears of those who hear and remove their bodily distress, and having also heard of your beauty, which fulfills all the visual desires of those who see, I have fixed my shameless mind upon you, O Krishna. So this is what she is writing. She's quite bold, I would say. Like, she has not met Krishna. She has not seen Krishna. She has only heard about Krishna. She has only heard about the glories of Krishna. And from that, she decided that if she is going to marry, she is going to marry only Krishna. She just dedicated her life. So, I did not mean to discuss the love marriage or love here. Why I brought this verse up is because we all want to love Krishna. That is our target, right? Like, we want to be in love with Krishna. And if we want to be in love with Krishna, we don't have to personally meet Krishna. How can Rukmani is setting this, the standard that if you really want to love Krishna, you don't need to personally meet Krishna. All you need to do is you need to hear about Krishna. And when you hear about Krishna, you will automatically fall in love with Krishna. So, how do we hear about Krishna? In an assembly like this, like when somebody is doing Krishna Katha, or speaking about Krishna, or you can read about Krishna. You can go to Kavya Mataji and ask, Mataji, give me Chaitanya Charitamrita today, because we have not sold even any Chaitanya Charitamrita. We want to know about Lord Chaitanya because we want to love Lord Chaitanya also, because he is Krishna himself. So read about Krishna, and read about all this avatars of Krishna, who is like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or any other avatars. So those stories, you read about them, and when you read about them, you will actually automatically fall in love with Krishna when you read about him. So that this is the way we can fall in love with Krishna. Okay? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is all about love. He came to experience the love of Radharani. So that's why I wanted to emphasize this particular point, that we all need to know about Krishna, and knowing Krishna is happening by hearing about him or reading about him. Okay. So with this prologue, we are going to start today's class now. So I was thinking that looking at Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's life story in Chaitanya Charitamrita, there are different sections in Chaitanya Charitamrita. The first part is known as Adi Lila. The middle part is known as Madhya Lila, and the last part is known as Antya Lila. So the ending part. So what is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu most known for? Is to distribute the love of God freely. Like just the way we would distribute prasadam, he distributed the love of God. I was wondering when I was reading this sentence, that how would he distribute? There is a pastime within Chaitanya Charitamrita. I don't know if anybody has heard about it. It is called Mahaprakash Leela. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Mahaprakash Leela. And in that, only his intimate devotees, like Shivas in the Srivasa's house, Shivas Thakur's home, inside his home, they would do like kirtans and all wonderful devotional activities in that area, in that house, in the Srivas Angan. And one time they were all together. Who was there? Obviously Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, then Srivas Thakur, that is his home, and then Advaita Acharya. Who else is left? Gadadhar Pandit. Yeah. So, and Haridas Thakur. All of them were together, And in normally Krishna would be in the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would be in the mood of a devotee, a very humble devotee, and he would not be in the mood of Krishna basically. But on that particular day, he was in the mood of being in the Vishnu form, like in the Krishna form. So basically, he sat on the asan which was reserved for Vishnu. He sat on that Vyasasan, or whatever you call it, not Vyasasan, but the seat where they would keep Vishnu Vigraha, and he sat there, and with very intense eyes, he said that bring me Abhishek. So, and then he asked everyone to, so everybody just brought all Ganges water, and then all different paraphernalia for the Abhishek and chamara and this and that, and he was literally given the Abhishek by all his associates at that particular time. And after the Abhishek, he said that, okay, now he called one by one the devotees. He called, I will give you some examples. He called Srivas Thakur, and he said that he told about the things that happened in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his own absence, to these devotees. So he told Srivas Thakur that you remember that one day in last time when you were having no food in the home, you had absolutely nothing to eat, and you were very, very stressed, but still you decided that you are not going to go and beg for any kind of food. You are going to depend on Krishna, that if he has to do something, he will arrange for that. If I want to eat, then Krishna will arrange for that thing. So he's trying to get, but he was not getting, so he says, okay, I'm going to leave it to Krishna. If he arranges, I will eat. And at that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I arranged the bag of rice to be delivered to your home. So he didn't know, but then he identified those things. He says that this is what happened. Then he came to Haridas Thakur, and Haridas Thakur, he said that you have been what you call, sorry, yeah, like 22 marketplaces, 22 marketplaces you have been beaten with the hunter, or what you call that? Yeah, so like you have been beaten in 22 marketplaces for taking, because Haridas Thakur was born as a Muslim, and then he was chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. So then he was taken by the Qazi, and then he was beaten in 22 marketplaces. He says, do you know that when you were getting beaten up, who took those things on the back? He says, that was me. I took all the pain and suffering that you were given in that punishment that they gave you. And then he actually showed Haridas Thakur on his back the marks of the hunter, basically. Then so he went on and on and on, and at the same time he asked all the devotees, what would you like? I want to give you benediction. You ask for something, I will give you. And obviously these are all very humble devotees, so all they will ask for is service, birth after birth, like das anudas, just make me the servant of the servant of the servant, and let me serve you under all circumstances. And when they ask for that, he actually freely blessed them with the love of Godhead, all of them. And then he would call anybody else wants to come and get the love of Godhead, then he would just distribute. And I was thinking, how would he give, how would, it's not something like tangible that, okay, here you go, you can have some love for Godhead. But basically, he blessed them. He blessed them with the love, so that this is something, love for Krishna is the topmost thing, and that is not easily available. It is not available for the people who are going to be yogis, or even devotees who birth after birth, when they do this devotional service, then after that at some point they will become eligible to get the love of Godhead for Krishna. So that is something that rare he was giving free of charge, and that is why we call him the most magnanimous avatar of Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita, what does he say in the last 1868? He says, condition, sarvadharman parityajam mam ekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshashami masucha. He puts a condition. He says the first thing you need to do is you need to leave all the other dharmas. Sarvadharman parityajam, nothing else. I don't want any attachment, and then I will take care of all your sins. So he is putting a condition. But here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is different. He is magnanimous. He says that it's like, like when we see Jagannath. What do we see in Jagannath, right? In Jagannath, he is like an intoxicated form. He is intoxicated in his own pastime, hearing his own pastime. He is like lost. He is like as if he is drunk. So when he is like in that situation, he excuses your faults or any of the like sins or anything that we have done. So that is why we say that Jagannath is the most merciful. You can go and take blessings, and that's why he comes out in the open and gives blessings to everybody who sees him and anybody who sings the holy name. So similarly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also like that. What is the verse we sing when we offer prasadam or bhoga? Namo Mahavadanyaya. That means he is the most magnanimous. Krishna Prema Pradayate. He is distributing the love of Godhead. So when we talk about this, I thought let's talk about how in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's life love surfaced, like love first of all came up, and how he shared the love and how he savored the love. Like three aspects of that. And we are just going to read this particular one verse before we go forward. So, Gaudo ayanam gaura megha sinkan swaloka namrataha bhavagni dabdha janata viruddha samjivat. Sorry, I don't have Sanskrit, so this is I think Bengali, because this is Chaitanya Charitamrita. The translation is, by the nectar of his personal glance, the cloud known as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu poured water upon the garden of Gauda Desh and revived the people who were like creepers and plants burning in the forest fire of material existence. So we all know that he's talking about the Davagni. Everybody understands what's a Davagni? What is a Davagni? Forest fire. Can we like take a bucket of water and extinguish that fire? It's very, very difficult to extinguish the Davagni or a forest fire. And similarly, like all of us are in this world and we all go through this Davagni. We have so many problems and miseries and all those things. And in that, we also need something. So what this particular verse is saying is that, like, just as the like a Bhavagni, so he says Bhavagni means actually Bhava means your birth, basically. So the Davanal that is born because of being in this world is completely extinguished by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he takes the form of Gaura Megha. What is Gaura Megha? Yes. So Gaura Megha, that means that the cloud that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is. So in the form of the cloud, like a cloud, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is distributing the love of Godhead into everywhere, and that is how we can all get the we can revive ourselves, and we can still survive in this world if we get the love of Godhead. So this is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu do. Does it raise any questions or comments in anybody's mind? No? Okay. 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 I'm going to stop sharing for now. Good. Okay. Okay. So this 3S. This I took from Chaitanya Charan Prabhu's class. He talks about this particular part. So he says surfacing, sharing, and savoring. These are the three ways, these are the three things that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did. So he did in the Adi Leela part of it. He did, in every Leela or every age he did this thing. But focus was in Adi Leela. His love for Krishna surfaced. Basically it came up. And then in the Madhya Leela he shared it. And in the Antya Leela he savored it. Does not mean that in the all of them he did not savor it. He did savor in everything, but still the focus is more on savoring. So in Adi Leela, what is Adi Leela? So Adi Leela is from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's okay, before that let's start with Gaudiya. Does anyone know why our Sampradaya is called Gaudiya Sampradaya? Does anyone know that our Sampradaya is called Gaudiya? First of all, I have to ask that question, right? Sorry? Yeah, but why Gaudiya? Gaudiya, what's the meaning of the word Gaudiya? Okay, so nobody knows. That's fine. It's not very common. So Gaudiya, so there is a place in West Bengal that is named as Gouda. So Gouda Desh. So Gouda is a place in West Bengal, and since Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started this sampradaya from West Bengal, from that location, that is why it is known as Gaudiya Sampradaya. Okay, please remember, we have our roots are there, so we need to remember these things. So this is Gaudiya Sampradaya, and also there is one more thing. We don't have the Bangladeshi Prabhu today with us, our Sadbhujanand Prabhu. Hopefully he is listening online. So in Bangla, the Gouda is also, it also means jaggery. So good or Gouda. So Gaur. So this is what I heard in the class. Okay, so please don't beat me up for if you don't agree with me. But that is also, and in Bangladesh there is one particular sweet they make from jaggery, which is, they say, very very tasty sweet. So why Gaudiya? Because this is internal reason. Because this particular sampradaya is very very sweet, like jaggery. It's very sweet, and that is why it is known as Gaudiya, and it is coming from Bangladesh, or not Bangladesh, from West Bengal, I should say, not Bangladesh. Bangladesh was always part of West Bengal also. Okay, so that is why we are known as Gaudiya Sampradaya. Now in Adi Leela is from the beginning. So in the beginning of Chaitanya Charitamrita, the first 12 chapters are describing only obeisances. He's paying obeisances to so many people, and also he's talking about this is Krishnadas Kaviraj. Krishnadas Kaviraj is talking about why Lord Chaitanya appeared. So the reasons for Lord Chaitanya's appearance, he's talking about that. And that is, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's age was from, anyone know from what age to what age was Adi Leela? 0 to 14. So up to 14 years is Adi Leela. So at the age of actually 12 years, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took the role of being the teacher or the owner of the school that was teaching grammar. at the age of 12, and Sanskrit grammar basically. And he was teaching the students because his teachers were quite, annoyed in a way that, he knows everything and he's so skilled, and they didn't have anything more to teach him basically. So they said, why don't you open your own school? So he opened his own school, and he would teach the students there. Okay, so that is the first part of the Leela. Now in this, when he was teaching this thing, we are going to look at one particular pastime from the Adi Leela, and see how the love is surfacing and why the love is surfacing. So I'm going back and forth here, so I'm so sorry about that. But he appeared. Why he appeared? First of all, he appeared to attract all of us. His appearance. Can anyone recite the verses in Bhagavad Gita which talks about why Krishna appears? There's 2 verses. Come on, don't be shy. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir-bhavati bharata abhyuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srujamiham. He says, when the glani of dharma happens, when the dharma goes down, decline of dharma, then he appears to establish the dharma. And the second verse is paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So in order to establish the dharma, but this is something that it's more like he's yeah, sure, he comes to do that, but when he establishes dharma, how long that stays? Like he established everything in during Mahabharata time, and 5,000 years back everything was established, and then Kali Yuga started. So it doesn't stay for long. Basically he establishes the order, but he doesn't stay for long. So he comes to establish the dharma, but he actually, honestly, he comes more to attract us to him. That is his main motive. He comes to attract us. And how do we get attracted to anybody? Whenever it is like, say sometimes we like people from one particular skill area. Say some people like music, then we would probably get attracted to someone who is at the top of that particular section. Somebody who is right now the major singers in here. Sorry, who? Oh no, I'm talking about here. I have no idea about Anyway, so people admire them and then consider them like a hero worshipping, right? They get unconscious, and I have no idea, so it doesn't matter to me anyways. But I was just testing that if you are still attracted to all those things or not. So so I have to know about, what did you say? Her? Who? No, Taylor Swift is fine. I know her Bhajan. Harjit. Okay, so now I have to know about Harjit now. Who is this guy now? Okay, so we get attracted to someone who does very well, basically, right? In top of the field, then we get attracted. So when Krishna comes, Krishna also wants to make sure, because it's a tendency of everybody, every human being, every living entity, to get attracted to someone who is at the top of the field. So at the time when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, what was the most famous thing? What was the trending? What was trending? Am I speaking the right way of what was trending? What was trending? At that time, what was trending was that everybody was interested in learning about Sanskrit, about being scholar, basically. Scholarship was a big thing. So in order for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to preach it to the mass, everybody, and attract everybody to him, he decided that he needs to be on the top of the field of scholarship. he needed to be in that area. So then he started the grammar school, and he was very famous because he was like very good at what he was teaching. They say that he would teach, when he would debate from both sides, and both sides he would prove that actually that is the side which is right, and then they will ask that, so what do we do now, you are saying both things are great. Then he will say, no, but you follow this one. So he was brilliant. Basically he was completely brilliant. It's Krishna himself, so he would be brilliant, but he he was on the top of his field. So at that time there was one particular Pandit. He was a Digvijay Pandit, and his name was Keshav Kashmiri. Keshav Kashmiri was his name. And what he would do, Keshav Kashmiri, he would go from places to places, different places, and he would challenge. He would challenge that, okay, from this village, whoever is the topmost, please come and debate with me. And when that person would come, then he would debate, and he will defeat that person in the debate. And they will discuss grammar and Sanskrit and poetry and all those things. And then he will carry a parchment. He's very particular about it. So he will carry a parchment, and the person has to put his name and sign that he got defeated in this particular debate. And he will go around everywhere. Digvijay. He wanted to be the top of everything. So he happened to come to Navadvip, where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching the grammar. So he didn't really, he knew about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but he didn't expect what's going to happen. So he went to take his bath in the Ganges. And because he just landed means there was no plane there. He just came to Navadvip, and he wanted to take a bath. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was taking his grammar school on the banks of Mother Ganges, and he was teaching. He was blissfully unaware of this person coming. But when Keshav Kashmiri reached this particular area, he saw this young, who is like a 14-year-old, 12 to 14 year of age, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who was like brilliantly effulgent, and like he was really very good looking, and his complexion was golden. And it's Krishna, right? It's easy for him to do all those things. So he was very, very attractive and very impressive basically looking. So he carried very long hair. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when in his young age, he was before sannyas, he was carrying very long hair. And as he was teaching, and this Keshav Kashmiri came, and he saw him, and he went there, and he says that who are you? He was so impressed with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so he just went, and who are you? Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, oh, I am Nimai Pandit. That was his name before sannyas. I am Nimai Pandit, and I teach grammar here. So it's okay. And then when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw him, Nimai Pandit saw him, he knew that this is Keshav Kashmiri, and he is a very famous Pandit who is Digvijay. So then he said that I have heard a lot about you, and I'm so happy to see you. And I'm you are really at the top of the field that you are in, and I'm very impressed by you. So then this Keshav Kashmiri also told him that yeah, I have also heard a lot about you, that you teach very nice grammar and things. So, and as they started to appreciate each other, and they were talking, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knew that he has a huge ego, right? He's having this, he wants to win over everybody and all those things. So then he says that can you, I've heard so much about you, can you do me a favor? Can you recite some verses in the appreciation of Mother Ganges? Then this guy says, sure, I can do that. And then for 1 hour, he continuously, spontaneously recited not one, not two, how many verses? 100 verses. He just spontaneously. He had a boon from Mother Saraswati that nobody can defeat you in this competition. She was always on his tongue. So he had that boon from Mother Saraswati. So he recited 100 verses in appreciation of Mother Ganges. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's students and everybody there, they were like so impressed. Oh my God, how can anybody like just do it something like this? And they were very, very impressed. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, yes, very nice, very nice. He says that, can you at least pick up one verse from whatever you have spoken and analyze the verse for its, like good part and what mistakes are there in those verses. And that guy was like, what are you talking about? Mistakes in my composition? I don't make mistakes, he says. That there are no mistakes. There is only good things in these things. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that I know there are lots of good things, but in my experience, even the greatest of poets, they have also made some mistake in their composition. So just let's discuss those things. He says, no, there is no mistake. I cannot I cannot stress how good this composition is. I cannot talk about any mistakes. There is no mistake. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that, no, he says that, can you find out? Can you tell me what are the mistakes that I made? Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that, well, I'm just a grammar student, teacher. I don't really know a lot, but let me give you in the 63rd verse that you spoke, and then he recited the entire 63rd verse right there. Imagine someone reading 1 to 100 verses and just picking up once like 63rd verse and then talking about like what mistakes in that. That's something incredibly powerful. So then he said that in that particular verse, actually I wanted to put, but we are running out of time, so I'm not going to go too much into it. So he, in that particular verse, he said that he first of all he found out main grammatical mistakes, this. These are the things you unnecessarily repeated. These are the things that you completely clearly he told him that these are your mistakes. And then one particular word which is very nice, he said, he talked about because he was praising Mother Ganges, he was talking about Lord Shiva. So he mentioned in one sentence Bhavani Bharathur. So Bhavani Bharathur. So who is Bhavani? Mother Parvati. And who is Bharathur means her husband. So he kind of he was feeling very happy and proud that Bhavani Bharathur, I created something very nice. So he says, I think what I can see is, what does Bhavani mean? He says Bhavani means who is the wife of Bhava means Shiva, and Bhavani means the wife of Shiva. So now you are saying that wife of Shiva, and then you are saying that her husband. So this doesn't make sense. Bhavani Bharathur, you are unnecessarily repeating something and confusing. It means that Bhavani has actually more than one husband. Parvati has more than Bhavani Bharathur. Bhavani means who is the wife of Lord Shiva. Then you don't need to say again Bharathur. So then when you say that, it means that you are saying that Bhavani has more than one husband, more than Shiva, more than Shiva. And that guy was devastated. He says, oh my God, he was completely destroyed, and he couldn't say anything. And then his Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's students, they started to laugh at him. And when they started, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stopped them that do not laugh at anybody. Appreciate whoever has the good skills and good, this thing. But laughing is not good. You shouldn't laugh at anybody. And do not make fun of anybody. So, and then he gave a way out to Keshav Kasmiri. Said that you do one thing, you are tired today, you go home. Take rest, you composed 100 verses, 1 hour you spoke. You are tired, you take bath, go home. Tomorrow we'll debate on this and we'll argue about these things. So Keshav Kasmiri got the way out. He went back home. And as he he was going to go to sleep, he like cried and cried to Mother Saraswati. He's just praying to Mother Saraswati that, why did you do this to me? You promised me that you are going to be on my tongue, regardless of, and nobody can defeat me. Why did you do that? And then Mother Saraswati appeared in front of her, and she said that, that I gave you that promise that, anybody from this world will not be able to defeat you. But this person that who defeated you is the Lord of my Lord. So do not even think he's not from this world. He is the Supreme Lord. So he can defeat you. I have no way of, challenging the Lord. So that's not going to happen. So then Keshav Kashmiri realized his mistake. And next day he came and he did the Dandvat to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And later on he went on to become a very good devotee of Krishna. So that's how the, so the point that, again, coming back to this thing is that, why did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu do this? Why would, he doesn't need to show off. He's God, right? He's the Supreme Lord. It feels like superficial, if God is trying to impress everybody. But why he did that? Because after this, everybody gave him so much respect. And from that point to, though at that point he was still preaching that, you should learn the language and you should be a master of this and that. From that, when he transitioned into devotional service, at that time also they heard him and they respected him. So he had to be at the top of his field in order to preach something to the general public, because otherwise it becomes very difficult for convincing people. So he wanted to give the love of Godhead, and if he doesn't do any of these things, then he cannot be the cloud that we talked about, right? Like a cloud, he can shower the mercy onto everybody. And this is how, who else did this kind of a thing in the recent history, where he used a famous people to do the preaching? Yes. And who did he bring on? George Harrison, the Beatles. He was the most famous pop singer at that time. And he said that, if he gets convinced and he start to chant, then so many more people will chant. And that is the purpose. It's not that he wanted to suck up to George Harrison, that, oh, he's famous, so let me, he will give me some, property or something like that. That is not Prabhupada's intention. His intention was to preach easily to the general public, very, quickly and mass, preaching kind of a thing. So, and so many people are still singing, what's the song? We want to see you. Hare Krishna. He sang that song, and that song became so famous. So many people sang Hare Krishna. Just think about it. Just repeating what he sang. So, yeah. I think we are kind of above the time. So I'm not trying to take more time. Kids are not here. Is there a reason? Okay, so we can talk a little bit more, or if anyone has any questions or comments, please. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'll stop anytime. It's not a problem for me. Come on, I can't have silence. What's your takeaway? At least somebody has to say what is your takeaway from this. One more thing. Sorry. It just means that Prabhupada also wanted to make big temples. Why? Why Prabhupada wanted big temples? Because when people see big temples, lots of people get attracted, and they can, some of them can become devotee. So ISKCON Oakville's devotees, we need something too, right? That's Prabhupada's instructions. Yes, Mataji.
No, anyone has been
question and comment, reflection.
Okay, ask takeaway, Mataji. You have to give some takeaway from there.
Maybe homework. I think that, yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
I think one of the takeaways was, in the world where there are so many people who are sort of claiming out to be, Lord themselves. But, you gave a very good perspective as to there are written, there are
Evidence.
written evidence out there in different books that tells us, which is a good thing to know. Honestly, for me, I didn't vote. So it helps a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
Prabhuji, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a reference of Lord Chaitanya. But Chaitanya Charitamrita was written after his birth.
Yeah.
So how that reference?
Yeah, so it's not like they quote verses from different scriptures. They are not quoting, like Chaitanya Charitamrita itself has a glorification of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and that is expected, right? Like, I mean, that is why they write in the Charitamrita. Like, why would you write somebody's biography? Because he deserves that, and he needs, he needs to be understood by everybody else. So that is why they write those things, right? They glorify those things. But yeah, so most of the verse that they are quoting for reference is quoting from different Puranas. So even Chaitanya Charitamrita has verses from Bhagavatam, so many verses from Bhagavatam, so many verses from Garuda Purana, Vishnu Purana, so many verses there. So all of that is quoted from other Puranas to establish that, and do you know that how old was Krishnadas Kaviraj when Chaitanya Charitamrita was written? He was 90 plus. He could not even see. And then he, prayed to the Lord that, they are asking me to write, but what am I going to write? I can't even see things. Then the Radha Madhav, I forgot the deities' names, but the deities, they told him that, like, I am going to dictate you and you write. Krishnadas Kaviraj never met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He never met or saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his life. And he wrote Chaitanya Charitamrita. That itself tells us that, like, this is something, like supernatural. This is not something normal that anybody can do this kind of a thing. So everybody will come into his dream and tell him that, like, it is based on the notes that the other, associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave. And that's how he wrote the whole book of Chaitanya Charitamrita without even once seeing Lord Chaitanya. He wrote this book. So, and at the age of 90 plus. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. In the
Hare
interest of time, we are going to take the questions maybe during the Prashadam time, for which we will be here. Now we are
They don't have questions now, Mataji. How they are going to have? Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for listening.
Let's give a big Hare Krishna. So thank you so much for the class, Prabhu. Please, everyone, just clear some space. We are going to do closing today.
इसमें लगाओ रखिए ना इसमें आवाज नहीं आ रही ठीक से वैसे ही लगाओ
Just keep one. We can keep one. Yeah.
थोड़ा आगे। Hare Krishna. So while we are setting up for the kirtan, I wanted to mention that this iGita studio is run based on volunteers' donation. The devotees, their special days, anniversaries, birthdays, or any time you feel like you would like to donate, please connect with Panchmi Mataji or Seema Mataji. I'm happy to say I believe we are covered for all of the March weeks. So say big Haribol. Haribol. And we are looking for volunteers for April and May. This week's sponsorship is from Seema Mataji and Hemant Prabhu. Another big Haribol to them. Haribol. And on that note, let's get ready. It's okay, it's okay. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल जय राधा श्याम सुंदर जय राधा श्याम सुंदर जय श्री राधे जय राधा श्याम सुंदर जय राधा श्याम सुंदर जय राधा श्याम सुंदर जय श्री राधे बोलो हरि नाम संकीर्तन की
वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर गोसाई महाराज श्री प्रभुपाद की
जय।
कोटि वैष्णव की
जय।
आचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की
जय।
श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद की
जय।
राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की
जय।
झूला धाम की जगन्नाथ धाम की जगन्नाथ धाम की जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की द्वारिका धाम की गंगा मैया की यमुना मैया की
जय।
देवी की तुलसी देवी की समवेत भक्तवृंद और प्रेमानंद all glories to the Supreme, all glories to the Supreme, all glories to the Supreme, all glories to Shri Guru Gauranga Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Mudra Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Deve Gaurvani Pachayami Vishnu
Hare Krishna, everyone. Hare Krishna. So we want all of them to come. Everybody come here and facing to the left and sit. Kashyapuni wants all of your picture. Okay. Just sit down. Everybody down. Come quick.
Yeah, gather around the deities.
Hare Krishna to you.
गा लेती हूँ अपने लिए
Hare Krishna.